assist you? Goddess, watch over you. Hello. Elune, light your path. Feel free to arouse. Be careful.
1 point away from 50. Really? So be it.
Ishnuala.
Why can't I crack? Rhapsody malt. Figures. Something stupid.
Farewell. What brings you here? Good luck, friend. Peace be with you.
Speak quickly, young one. I have urgent matters to attend. Tyrande has no idea how to lead our people. I have vision that she lacks.
I have vision that she lacks.
Table with yours, immortal. Nothing is sacred and nothing is sure anymore, except all that you are and stand for. Guide me toward your portal.
I am listening. Good luck, friend. Vishnu Allah. Ashaka.
Lovely. 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 You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
shit.
Greetings. Till next we meet, Elune be with you. What brings you here? Good luck, friend.
I am honored. Hello. Be careful.
What was it? One point? Shit. One freaking point, man.
Ishnu Dal Dieb. May the stars guide you. Hello. Goddess watch over you.
Oof, it's cold in here. Freezing.
Elun adore. Asha fela.
What?
Can I assist you? May the stars guide you. Ishnuala. Go in peace.
Or go in pieces. Go in peace. Or return in pieces. How dark. Ishnuala. Just say Mao, right? Let's do it, let's do it. Just say Mao. Insa. Allah. See if we can find it. Here it is. Love eternal.
Salutations!
I am honored.
Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely.
I'm gonna grab a few more. Ah, damn it. YouTube keeps fucking me over with this shit. Every time I go to pause the video, the pause control moves. Like, this is something that used to happen in YouTube videos like a long time ago. So you go like you like load a YouTube video and you want it in the pause button's on the left, and as soon as you go to click it, it changes to the rewind button because the control changes. It's really fucking hilarious. So like if I go to this video here, watch how as I reload this page. Like see, there's no, the pause is gone, right? So you reload it, you go to pause, click pause, guess what happens? It moves. It literally moves from here to here, which just fucking drives me batty. The little things in life that drive me crazy. Actually, I don't want that one anyway. This is the live version though. I don't know if I want the live version. Yeah, I guess it's alright. I don't like that version of that song either. Nah.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I've seen you before. Turn and walk away. You say you won't come back. It's just a game in a way. We are hoping. Yes, and we're praying.
How may I help? Till next we meet.
Greetings, Del Nadris.
What brings you here?
Well met. See you soon.
You gonna swing? Just like no swing?
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ooh, it's cold, man. It's cold in my office. I'm like wearing a hoodie, zipped up all the way, and I'm still cold. Of course, I am drinking ice cold Coca-Cola. Oh shit, I didn't mean to click it. Damn it. I just wasted my heal. What was that? Just wasted my heal. Shit. That was a mistake. Oh well.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I can't believe it did so much damage to me. Shit. Level 12's fledglings kicking my ass all over this battlefield. Two crits in a row.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh, my amazing bow skill. With the cracked short bow. Yeah, I got a broken bow, but it still does damage. I should have called this character Broken Moon, because she's so broken. All her gear's garbage. Look at this guy running. My God, I need more health. I'm level 14 and level 10 mobs are kicking my ass. Actually, I guess I did okay against that one. food. It's as if God was listening to me. He answered my prayers. I'm running out of food. Here you go. Have 4 more food. God be praised. I don't know, level 11 crawler. Why is my character so bloody weak? Besides the fact that I have gray gear, I feel weaker than last time. Like my other warrior that was like level 14 in this area didn't feel quite this weak for some reason. I'm not sure if she just had better gear. Let's try using the 2-hand weapon. I mean, honestly, my shield is so crappy. I didn't get a. Maybe the 2-hand weapon would do better. Great. Now we're gonna aggro the bear.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Is where the heartache is. So baby, pack up your desktop. Let's piggyback
It's just a reshade.
from the Walmart parking lot.
Reshade is a third-party program
Hair high with the cat eye. You held my hand in the movie.
where you can apply filters, modify the colors. So, just go to reshade.me. That's the website. Yeah, no problem, bro. Thanks,
You
man.
can kiss your ass goodbye.
You know, it took me. Here, let me make sure that I don't die here. This is really hard because I'm doing gray gear only. I don't know if I want that visual of the red edges of the screen when I'm dying. I don't really like that. I was gonna say, it took me a long time to get the stream quality right. Like, I went through so many videos on how to set up your stream, and like none of them really were accurate. I mean, they all said stuff that could be helpful in certain situations, but really what it came down to for my stream was just going to a higher higher resolution. Instead of streaming at 1024 by 768, I'm streaming it, 2560 by 1440, and that's really what made the difference. Which is just the native resolution of my monitor anyway, but still, it's a lot of the guides would tell you would tell you to stream it like, it was weird. They would like tell you to stream at 1024 by 768, and then it would kind of like reformat the video. I don't know, it's weird. There's a lot of weird filters and shit, but it's just funny how difficult it was to get the quality kind of where it is now. But yeah, I'm leveling this. I don't know if you saw the the title of the stream, is I'm leveling this warrior with gray gear only, and it's really a pain in the ass. It is, you're very, very weak when you've got only gray gear. You can see, all gray items. And it's, it's really, it's rough.
Lovely.
Yeah, a lot of Reshade's fairly popular. I've been using it for a long time, like probably for about 3 or 4 years, probably at least 3 years. I've been using it, but it's really cool. I mean, you can go in like here. Like I said, it's a third-party program, so it installs outside of World of Warcraft. And then once you install it outside of Warcraft, you basically install it. You point it to the executable of the game you're running, and it'll add folders under Visual Studio. My programming brain coming out. It'll add old folders under World of Warcraft that have all the profiles, the filter profiles. And so what you're seeing here is, this is what World of Warcraft normally looks like. So if I didn't have Reshade, this is pretty much what WoW would look like. And you can see it's really just washed out and kind of grayish looking, and everything's very, very bland. Yeah, it's very bland. And then I go and I add Vibrance, which is more color. I add Sharpen, because WoW is has a kind of a blurry image. Like if you look at, for example, a good way to probably see it is kind of zoom in, and you can see like, the other thing that makes the stream look better is the sharpen is really important, because if you look at like my name is Shady Moon on my target here, it's kind of blurry. And if you look at some of the text on these tooltips, on these shortcuts, they're a little blurry. And if you look at this shield, the texture here, the lines and stuff in the shield are blurry. And if you look at my hair, I don't know if I can get it yet. If you look at my hair, it looks kind of, blurry. Now watch what happens when I just pop in Luma Sharpen. You can see right away, like, certain things just get cleaner, like the text here is a little bit cleaner. You can see the edges of the hair is a little bit cleaner. Some of this chainmail here looks a little bit cleaner. And then when we add the other adaptive sharpen, this one, it gets even better, And then of course we add in curves, which is kind of like darkens edges. This one's basically levels, does some different things. I add some colorfulness. Yeah, but there's a lot of... Those are the filters I use the most. I use Luma Sharpen, Adaptive Sharpen, Colorfulness, Vibrance, Levels, and Curves. And, then you can go down here and you can modify each one. So if I go into Luma Sharpen, I can increase the sharpening strength. If I go to like Curves, I can change the contrast. This is basically a contrast, and we can make it really dark. We can make it really light. What was I, around 227, I think? And then levels is like, levels I constantly will change based on what zone I'm in. Like some zones that are really dark naturally, I'll pull it out. But if zones are like really, really bright, I might turn up levels. It makes it more of a kind of a dirty, medieval feel to it. If you push in a lot of levels, it makes it a lot darker. You can see it's just so different, It's like everything is so much darker and more vibrant. But anyways, yeah, the challenge that I'm doing, like leveling a warrior to 60 with gray gears. I've leveled 2 warriors to 60 before with just, regular gear. And that's hard enough. I mean, leveling a warrior is hard enough. Doing it in gray gear is like 10 times. I would say it's like 20 times more difficult. You know? Yes, I am very old. But it's like so much more difficult. It's Hey, what's up, Damien? How's it going? But it's like you're just so the biggest thing with doing gray gear, and the biggest thing that I didn't think of right away, is that your health pool, like your health, goes up mostly due to gear. Like when you level from like 13 to 14, you'll get like literally like 20 health. So if you look at your health, like I'm level 14 and I only have 298 health. Like if I have a regular character who's like level, let's say like level 14, they would probably be around, like around maybe, 400 and something health. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing any. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm actually purposely not picking professions that greatly impact, the performance, right? Like I'm not picking like engineering or alchemy or anything.
Kiss your ass.
I'm doing that on purpose. I'm actually purposely making it more difficult. I am taking cooking though, because I think, I do want a little bit of stamina. But yeah, literally my professions are, no joke, tailoring and cooking and skinning. So the only way your RAM's gonna run at 2400 hertz instead of 3600 is if the motherboard you have just doesn't support 3600, right? Like if your motherboard doesn't support it. Right. I mean, you could also just, there could be other reasons, right? We could just ask good old ChatGPT, right? 3600 megahertz RAM, why is it running at? But usually the first thing is that your motherboard doesn't support that speed, right? But could be like here they're saying it could be a BIOS setting. I don't even know what XMP DOCP is, but motherboard limitations, that's what I was saying. Could be a limitation of your motherboard. Could be a compatibility issue. Certain RAM kits may not achieve the full speed on all motherboards due to compatibility issues, So, I don't know if all this is going to fit in the chat. Probably not. No, chat's limited to. But anyways. Yeah, it could be BIOS. Yeah, the number one reasons would be like your board doesn't support it or your BIOS settings aren't set up correctly. You're always better. You're always better when you're buying RAM to go to YouTube and just do a search for videos for your motherboard. Like I have ROGs on my new computer, which is not this one. I have like I have Asus, ROG, Strix, this motherboard. So if I was going to put memory in this board, I would say memory upgrade. I would just type in my motherboard and type in like memory upgrade. And look for a video, maybe even something like this, like an overview of my motherboard. A lot of times you can find videos of people that are actually upgrading memory here, like ROG Strix, quick memory, CPU tuning, or maybe just an overview. A lot of times you'll find people that will recommend on these overviews, they'll actually recommend, what RAM to use and different brands of RAM that work well with that specific motherboard. I always try to find someone who's done what I'm trying to do before I've done it. You know what I mean? Like they've already upgraded the motherboard with certain RAM, and then they're giving me their thoughts on, was it good? Is this RAM that I upgraded in this motherboard good? Before I do it, why try to figure something out when somebody already has?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yes, I see the level 8 the level 11 mob is kicking my ass. Come on, buddy, let's go. Yeah, you just run away. I hate Jägermeister. I like whiskey. It's kind of a random question. I like Stranahan's Black Label whiskey. But I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking years ago. I used to be a heavy drinker, but I don't drink anymore. But when I did drink whiskey, my go-to was this. Stranahan's Diamond Peak Black Label. This is that was my whiskey of choice, but there's other whiskeys. Whistle Pig isn't too bad. I drink Whistle Pig sometimes. No, Jack Daniels is pretty much garbage. I mean, it's, you know, for cheaper whiskeys, I guess it's okay, but yeah. Just oh, you don't even have to remember Diamond Peak. Just Stranahan's black label. You can usually get a bottle of it for around, I think, like $60 or $80. It's good. Strong too. It's like 90. It's like 90 proof. I mean, it's strong. It's stronger than Jack Daniels. But it's good. It goes well with beach blonde beer. Anyways, it was funny because I was initially doing a different build. I was testing out like a protection-based build, and now I'm testing out more of an arms overpower build, fury build is what I was thinking. But I don't know, man. I'm feeling so weak that I'm not sure that rage is really going to be. I'm not sure that going for a more DPS-based Fury build is going to be the way to go. I mean, it's going to be more damage for sure. But I'm still going to take a lot of damage because I don't have a lot of health. So I'm still thinking that maybe a protection build might be better. You know, it might be better. Even though the time to kill is going to suffer greatly. And we're going to struggle with rage, that's for sure. Of course, if we got good enough protection, if our defenses were good enough, we could pull multiple mobs at once, which would help us generate more rage, and we could try to do a little bit more, slightly more AoE. I'm not really sure how much AoE I could do. Let me think about this for a second. I really wish Improved Thunderclap would increase the damage of Thunderclap. This is such a missed opportunity by Blizzard. Like, Protection Warriors don't really have very good AoE. And if they would have just made this, each of these talent points increases your damage of Thunderclap by 7%, so a total of 21% increased damage on Thunderclap, that would have really helped your overall AoE, so... Yeah, I'm not a fan of it just being a reduction of 1 rage. But I think Thunderclap is it 15 rage? Let me check real quick. It might be 20 rage. I just saw it, where did it go? Wow, it's 20 rage. Ugh. I'm actually using a really old headset. that they don't even make anymore, and I've been using it for years. And the reason I'm using it is because I like the microphone. I really love the microphone. It's actually a Razer Viper. It's a Razer Chroma Kraken 7.1 RGB headset is what it is. And they stopped making this headset probably like 2 or 3 years ago. They have a different version of this headset, like later versions, but they're straight up garbage. For whatever reason, the microphone on the later versions is terrible. But the microphone on this headset's really good. Yeah, I actually have a separate microphone. I just never use it. But one of these days I do want to do that. I do want to get away from... I'm going to get some wireless headphones and use a separate mic because... But yeah, I've got the... You know, the microphone that a lot of people use. What is it called? I don't even remember anymore. But what is it called? I don't know where it is. I think it's in my closet right now. But it's one of the most common, popular streaming microphones that people use. What? So I'm just trying to think if there's any way we can kind of increase our... I mean, we're going to get some rage from shield specialization, but not much. We're going to have to go with... We're going to have to go with anger management. There's no doubt about that. Oh, yeah, Logitech. Yeah, unfortunately, Logitech is not as good. Like... You know, there's some, you know, and I've done a lot of research on headsets over the last few years looking to replace these headsets. Because these headsets, the headsets I'm using, they don't make anymore. I actually buy these headsets off eBay. I find them used off eBay. I've bought like 4 of them used off eBay over the past like 5 years. So I have 3 of these headsets right now. I've got one connected to my work computer right next to me here. I got one connected to this computer. And I've got an extra headset in the closet. But there's a YouTube channel where this guy reviews headsets. Let's see if I can find the YouTube channel really quick. Yeah, it's this guy right here. This Hardware Canucks dude. He does a really good job of reviewing headsets because he actually, he just does. If you watch this guy's, if you go to this guy's YouTube channel, just do a search for like headset kind of roundup or reviews. He does a good job, so. Yeah, the Yeti's the microphone I have, Royal. That's the one I have. I was trying to remember the name of it. I have the Yeti mic. The problem is my desk isn't really deep enough. Like, my monitors are sitting on the desk, which is a problem, so I don't really have room, and I don't have a boom. I don't have a mic boom. It's just, and I've been really lazy the past few years about setting stuff up, unfortunately. Let's see if I can find a screenshot of my headset, or my desk here real quick. But my headset, or my desk just does not have enough room. Images. Yeah, actually, here we go. So you can see, I've got these, you know, these LG 31.5 inch monitors, right? But the desk doesn't really have a lot. It's actually not really deep, this desk. And like trying to put a microphone here would be a pain unless I get to get a boom. And then where am I going to put the boom arm? It would have to go on the back, and the microphone also would have to come down above the monitors. And what I would really like to do is get monitors that are just, you know, I'd like to get the monitors off the desk, obviously, because these stands come so far forward. They don't give you a lot of room on the desk. So it's kind of a pain, right? Anyways, it's just annoying. Yeah. The most important thing for me is the microphone. Like, the microphone, and you guys can probably agree, this microphone is really good. Like, I love this microphone. So, and it's funny because this headset's is really old, but the microphone on it's really good. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out if there's any... like, and I know it's good because I know, like, when I listen back to my voice, you know, on the stream, it sounds like my voice. You know, like, there's a lot of microphones people will say are good, but if I'm like listening back to a recording of me talking and it doesn't sound like me, then I'm like, that's not a good microphone. You know, like what you hear on this mic is what I sound like. You know, like sometimes I've used other headsets and on stream, you know, while I'm streaming, and then I'll go back and I'll watch the stream. I'm like, man, that doesn't even sound like me, you know. But anyways, I'm trying to think if there's the problem. I did level up a warrior to 17, and my build was actually this right here, and I did have more survivability for sure. Right now I've got all crit because I wanted to see if I could really get more damage, but even having 5 out of 5 crit, it doesn't feel like I'm really critting that much more, which surprised me. I thought, because I'm at almost 11% crit, and I thought I'd be getting more crits. I was a little surprised that I'm not. Not that 11% is a lot, but you would still expect 1 out of every 10 swings to be a crit, you know, on average, right? When you're like almost 11%, actually. I definitely, deflections is mandatory. I mean, definitely, you know, anger management is going to be pretty much mandatory, I think, for this build. I wonder if we didn't go with improved charge. I mean, rage generation is going to be an issue, so I definitely want improved charge. Improved overpower is nice for DPS, obviously. We definitely want improved blood rage. But what if I don't? I'm just trying to think. Let me see. We need 1 point here. Improved revenge. Yeah, I'm using Reshade. I think I may go with improved Sunder. Definitely want concussive. Maybe, and I might go with Unbridled Wrath just to get some better rage generation. Increase the bonus damage done by your cleave. I don't know how good that is. Makara, nah, I mean, that's not kind of defeats the purpose of the stream is to get the character 60 and I get killed by in a stupid Makara. If I did Makara, it would be obviously it would be a different character. It wouldn't be one that's running around in gray gear. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get myself to the point where, I mean, I'm just gonna get myself killed. I haven't done a lot of PvP in vanilla in a while. It's so cookie cut. I mean, it's so like, it's so rock paper scissors. You know, like PvP and vanilla. Like, the matchups are pretty clear cut. You know, there's most of them aren't really that even.
You can kiss your ass.
Like Mage Rogue is pretty even. Like if you do like a Mage Rogue, although I still think Mage has the advantage. Mage is like the ultimate because they can just sheep you and heal up. You know, they can just reset. That's part of the Soul of Iron buff, the self-found Soul of Iron, or whatever. Yeah, it does that. It's because you're like a. It's because you have the Soul of Iron buff. It does that. There's a crit. Come on, give me another one. Nope. We're just trying to grind our way up to a little bit higher level because most of the quests in this zone are going to be really difficult for me to do right now. So we're pretty close to level 15. I want to get to level 16 because 16 gives us a huge jump in survivability because we get shield block. And that's really massive for your survivability because you can go into defensive stance, throw in a shield block, and just instantly start mitigating damage. I see so many warriors die in hardcore WoW because they don't understand how to correctly use shield block. I see it all the time. Like they'll get like 2 mobs on them and they'll try to fight them. Like they'll try to like keep their 2-hand weapon equipped and try to fight them with a 2-hand weapon and just basically try to do a DPS race. They're like, if I just do enough DPS, I'll kill them both, and they invariably end up dying. When all they literally have to do is switch to a sword and a shield and just go into defensive stab, you shield block, and the fight becomes rudimentary, becomes elementary. Literally becomes elementary. You'll see warriors die to 2 mobs when they could have gone to sword and board and used shield block, and the fight becomes like easy. Like easy, not even difficult. You know? And I just am like, man. Kind of makes me laugh, but... yeah, at least we got demoralizing shout now. That helps.
Lovely. Lovely.
Tachyons. Like a tachyon field? Is that, what is that, Star Trek? The tachyon emissions.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
See that. I don't know. I don't know. Level 13 mob. Two crits on him there. 3 crits. I'm a crit machine. FTL. Now you're talking Stargate Universe. You know what? I'm gonna knock the vibrance up. Even higher. Yeah. And some serious parkour fail going on
The
here.
loon be with you.
No, we need that. That.
Be careful.
I have LG. It's an LG 31.5-inch monitor. I don't remember the exact model. I've had these monitors for a while now.
Safe travel.
16. Let's see. There you go. There's my monitor. I have the LG. Actually, that's not my monitor. It's funny that this comes up. This is actually in my Amazon order history. This says this is what my monitor is, but that's not my monitor. That's so funny that Amazon shows that. My monitors were, when I bought them, they were $500 each. So I spent like $1,000 for both of them. But now, of course, if you could even find them, I'm sure they're much cheaper now. So monitor prices go down very quickly. So
Good luck, friend.
Lovely.
I don't know. I wouldn't buy an MSI monitor. I'm an LG fan, man. Get yourself an LG monitor.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I haven't looked at them lately, though. I'd like to see what are the best ones on the market.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely.
Ishnu Allah. Elun light your path.
Elun adore. Farewell.
I should buy some food. We're gonna need some food.
Feel free to browse.
It's kind of expensive food, but oh well, it's fine.
May the stars guide you.
Oh, it really has stopped just because I. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why Amazon doesn't show my correct monitor. Let me try that again. It shows the correct monitor, but then when you click the link, it goes to the wrong monitor. Let me try something. Yeah, it's purchased another variation. So I guess this monitor, the monitor I have is apparently a variation of. Here, hold on a second. Man, this one only goes to. So apparently this, according to LG, that this is a variation of the monitor I have. So it's because basically this, I guess basically this is my monitor. It's just kind of like their newer version of it. So, but it's 165 hertz. This one. This one's $293. I guess it's not a bad price. Dude, you're all over the place with your questions, man. I'm not even awake yet, man. So. Crawler meat. No, I've never done Ancestry on me.
Hello.
My father was 100% Hungarian. So I am
Good luck, friend.
half Hungarian, half like mutt. So my mother was English Irish kind of mix. Yeah, you're all over the place, Damien. I think so. Sounds familiar. Yeah, it sounds familiar. Changed countries. God, it's so close to 15. We could probably do. I think we can go do Valshalaran. Let's do that. And we're going to hit 15 pretty soon anyway. So we should probably be okay. Let's see. You just don't
You
want
can
to.
kiss your ass goodbye.
You just don't want to let me go, do you? Stunned me when I ran away. Oh, revenge. Let's do it.
You were screwed.
You're in Germany. Nice. I always wanted to go to Germany.
I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power. See right through you anyhow. I won't soothe your pain. I won't ease your strain. You'll be waiting in vain. I got nothing for you to gain. I'm taking it slow, feeding my flame, shoving the cards of your game, and just
Man, I'm bringing out the crits. I crit him like 3 times in a row.
suddenly I will play my ace. I won't soothe your pain. I won't ease your strain. You'll be waiting I got nothing for you to gain.
This is hella dangerous, right? What I'm doing right now. If I get even one more bear on me, I could just die. I gotta be really careful here.
And just in time, in the right place, steadily emerging with grace.
That's why you turn the foliage down so you can see things easier. Well, it's dangerous, but it's when you're running around in gray gear, it's 10 times more dangerous. Like, I'm level 14, and these level 12 mobs are beating me up pretty good. Well, that guy just came out of nowhere. He just came out of the ground. he just kind of came out of the shadows. That was a creepy bear. He was creeping on me. Yeah. I never played a lot of PS2. I think the last console I even owned... I don't even play console games. The last console I owned was like a Sega Genesis. No, PlayStation 1. I think PlayStation 1 was the last console I even owned. I almost bought a console. The one game that came out that made me almost buy a console was Horizon Zero Dawn. But I finally waited for it to come to PC, and it's a great game. I love that game.
Lovely.
God, arrow in the back.
Show is over, close the storybook. There will be no encore. And all the random hands that I have shook will
Lovely.
We got to be careful. There's the rare Moonstalker that paths right around there.
I watch the backs
And he would definitely tear me up if he came out of stealth on me.
you stood stubborn, cheering all the while. I know
Dark Shore is probably my favorite zone in the game.
I can be gray. But I know this loser's living fortunate. 'Cause I know you will love me either way. Most were being good for goodness sake, but you wouldn't pantomime. You are more beautiful when you awake. Most are in life.
Asia Mist. I don't even know where Asia Mist Isle is. Isn't that like retail?
Lovely.
I don't play Horde. Asia Mist Isle. Yeah, that's not vanilla. Yeah, I was gonna say. If it's not vanilla, who cares? No, I didn't like the. I honestly don't like the Draenei. I think their lore is stupid. Like to me, I like fantasy, right? And you know, weird horn cliff people coming from outer space is not fantasy. At least not high fantasy, right?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Hold on a second. I gotta start focusing. I don't want to get killed. This is very, very dangerous. Come on, just die. Everything's missing. Oh, that was a tactical ding. Tactical ding. Yeah, I like high fantasy. I like elves, dwarves, trolls, ogres, dragons, fucking moons, space goats from space is not high fantasy. So I don't care for Draenei at all, to be honest. And I don't like Asia Mist Isle. I mean, it's not bad. It's just I think I probably just don't like it because I don't like the idea of the whole like. And like I don't want time travel to be an MMO. I don't want space to be an MMO. I don't want aliens. I mean, that's fine for like a sci-fi MMO if it's a sci-fi, if that's what the game. But I mean, to me, WoW was never meant to be like a science fiction. It was never meant to have like spaceships and people flying from outer space. Some of the right, I mean, whatever. Don't get me going. Blizzard's a bunch of fucking idiots. They had such a great game and they ruined it. Retail WoW is a steaming pile of dog shit. Don't get me wrong. There's things in retail. I mean, retail WoW is fun. I go in retail WoW and I can log onto my protection, warrior and have a blast doing PvP and stuff. It's really fun, but it's not a good MMO from like top down. It's just good for like there's certain pieces of it that are fun. Like certain PvP things are fun, but overall the PvP's fucked up, and the PvE is. I don't even play PvE in retail WoW at all. Don't even touch it. Whenever I play retail, which is not very often, I only do it for PvP. Yeah, Northrend is awesome. I love Northrend. I think Wrath of the Lich King was a great expansion. And it's very very high fantasy. And it's awesome. Northrend is fantastic. I think the zones for Wrath of the Lich King were excellent. They were really well done. Alright, so we did hit level 15. I mean, we're pretty much going to go, arms. Level 11. Shit. Why does this feel so much more hard? When I was over here as a human at level 15, this felt easier for some reason. Not sure what the difference is, unless it's just the sword ratio. The weapon ratio could be making a little bit of a difference, but could be that.
Look ahead as far as you can see. We'll live in drama, but we'll die in a comedy. I know I can be colorful. I know I can be brave. Life always loses living fortunate. And I know you will love me either way. I know I can be colorful. I know I can be brave. Life always loses living fortunate. And I know you will love me. 'Cause I know you will love me. And I know you will love me either way.
Take me to the doctor. Cover me with holy water. Cleanse me with fire. 'Cause I am the prodigal daughter. Living all the way down. Was a dead woman walking here and there, looking for the truth. Until you've heard the devil talk. Now I'm making a living, crushing the algorithm. Put the pillow to the cool side. Laying naked on the poolside. Baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back. Say you better be on it, but you gotta be overly cautious, so you lie to yourself. You said the road is the longest, so you go all the way down. Leave it all at the bottom. You dropped it left to give. That's when you feel your body walking. Now I'm making that live. Baby, I'm not at prison. Flip the pillow to the cool side. Love magic feminism. I don't need superstition. Laying naked on the poolside. Baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, sure. I like the X-Men. Come on, parkour fail!
Lovely. Lovely.
Didn't know where you would live. Yeah, I don't know. America's not that great. I don't know what Germany's like, but there's good things with America and bad things. Okay, I believe this is crude. I think that's gray. It's hard to tell. I really wish they would... Okay, that's definitely a gray item. And this is actually an upgrade for me. I just don't know how to use two-handed axes. The 5 damage would be the biggest... And that music's still dead. 5 damage would be the most damaging... The biggest DPS weapon I have right now. And but it is kind of weird. Unfortunately, with my filters, it's kind of hard to see. Like, there's between gray and white. Like, this is a white weapon. See that? The lumberjack axe. And this is gray. You can see it's so hard to tell. But it is gray. You can see that the crude battle axe. And usually you can tell by the names, like crude, broken, worn. Those types of names, kind of like cracked, dictate that it's usually a gray quality item. You know, just regular. If it has a regular name like lumberjack axe, it's going to be white. You know, like, you know, anything that doesn't kind of really denote that there's something wrong with the weapon, you know, like it's worn out, it's broken, it's cracked. Those are all going to be like gray. You can also tell in the loot window a little bit easier, the color. Actually, I wonder if we can, if we can go to the settings. Where is it? Where other? How do we do that? Money loot. No. Chat. There was a way we could customize the color settings. That's more the combat log. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oregon is very nice. Oregon is very nice. And we got the crude bastard sword. Again, crude kind of denotes gray quality. Crude, broken, worn. What was the other one? Yeah, crude. Another crude battle axe. But what we're not getting is a shield. The biggest weakness I have in this character right now is I have a really crappy shield. And obviously, as you guys know, shields can provide a lot of armor, so... That's well... I don't think I can try to pull him without getting the other guy, yeah, okay.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
One and done. This is actually a good area though to farm XP, just to kill and farm XP. This is actually really good area. Yeah, Oregon's great. Oregon, Utah, fantastic. Colorado's no, I don't really like Colorado. Tennessee's great. I like Tennessee. I think I'm just gonna farm these guys for a little bit in hopes that I get a shield upgrade.
Lovely. Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely. Lovely.
I was talking with a friend of mine, said a woman that hurt his pride, told him that she loved him so, and turned around and let him go. Then he said you better watch your step, or you're gonna get hurt yourself. Someone's gonna tell you lies, cut you down to size. Don't do me like that, don't do me like that. What if I love you, baby? Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, don't do me like that. Someday I might need you, baby. Don't do me like that. Listen, honey, can you see? Baby, you will bury me if you were in a
Lovely.
public eye. Give someone else a try. And you know you better watch your step, or you're gonna get hurt yourself. Someone's gonna tell you lies, cut you down to size. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. What if I love you, baby? Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. What if I need you, baby? Don't do me like that. 'Cause somewhere deep down inside, someone is saying love doesn't last.
Lovely.
All that this feeling inside, night and day, and never can't take it no more. Listen, honey, can you see? Baby, you would bury me if you're in a public eye. Give someone else a try. And you know you better watch your step, or you're gonna get hurt yourself. Someone's gonna tell you lies, cut you down to size. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. What if I love you, baby? Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I just might need you, honey. Don't do me like that.
Lovely.
Like that. Don't do me like that.
How may I help? My goods are of the highest quality.
Here in a familiar place, we got our heads down, and then we pretend it's customized.
Ooh, fisherman's knife. Is that gray?
And running out of space
I think that might be an upgrade.
for us to run around, but it's a dead end.
It is gray. Ooh. Oh man, that's a nice upgrade for. Ooh, that's a nice upgrade, actually.
I am listening.
Something has got to give. Everyone here is ready to go.
Farewell.
Been a hard year with nothing to show from down this road. It's only on we go. Everyone here is ready to go. It's been a hard year, and I only know from down
Lovely.
this road.
Actually, dagger should be really good. Because if we can fish for more crits, it's a fast weapon, so it's more chance to crit. I think Laser brought that up, which is a good point. Not that my crit rating's that high. I mean, with 9.88% with this dagger, and the skill's not all the way up, so probably around 10.5% crit rating, maybe.
Kick it up and shake our fist at it, 'cause death is harder to come by than it is to breathe. When you gotta make a break for it, 'cause it's been a long time of this. Something has got to give. Everyone here is ready to go. It's been a hard year, nothing to show from down this road. It's only on we go. Everyone here is ready to go. It's been a hard year, and I only know from down this road. It's only up we go. Nothing gives easy. Easy gives nothing. I'm just trying to keep income coming, and dawn is bound to break when the night is done. Always darker days before brighter ones. Brighter
Lovely.
Ooh, that's an upgrade. Gray cloak upgrade.
Everyone here is ready to go. It's been a
Lovely.
hard year, nothing to show from down this
Lovely.
road. It's only on we go. Everyone here is ready to
That's multiple greens in just a couple seconds, right? Hey, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! What do you mean? Action cam works. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean the add-on, or you mean the built-in action cam? I mean, I'm using the action cam, see? Action cam. Yeah, I mean, I'm using it, Kabupa. Yeah, I'm using it. I've been using the action built-in action cam for years. I've really been using it for like probably 3 years. I'm so used to using it that I can't play without it. Like, this is like what WoW normally looks like without using the action cam. It looks like this. Right? So when I go, so if you're attacking somebody, your character's in the middle. But I'm using the action cam. But there's different add-ons you can use too to do even more with the action cam if you want. There's actually, I think, one called Dynamic Cam that actually works pretty well. If you want to like make your offset even greater. What am I doing here? We got that. Still need Thresher Eyes. We got this nice weapon upgrade, which is definitely... I definitely feel better now that I got the upgraded weapon. Oh, really? You don't use it? I use it all the time. I use it 100% of the time. Yeah, all of them are alive. Yep. All my hardcore characters are alive. I've only died once on this server. I've got a 52 hunter, a 32 paladin, 17 warrior, an 8 warrior, and this warrior who's 15. And they're all, you know, all of them are alive. The first character I created on, I died just because I didn't have my hardcore switch turned on. It's like, there's like a mental focus that I have to turn on to play hardcore that just kind of puts these like constructs in place that let me like focus on keeping myself alive. And I hadn't played hardcore in a while, so when I first created my first character, I was just way too casual, and I was like watching movies on my other monitor. I just wasn't focused. I didn't have the hardcore switch turned on, but it's on now. The switch is on. It's engaged. So we're good to go. We're good.
Lovely.
Man, I'm loving this new dagger, man. This new gray dagger I got's awesome. This is really good. I like that it's super fast attacking. I feel like I'm building rage a little bit better because I'm attacking more frequently, and also because it's giving me a chance to fish for crits a little bit more because I'm attacking more quickly. So it's really, this new dagger feels great. And it's just the fisherman's knife. The gray dagger, the fisherman's knife. Totally epic upgrade that I just got. Look at that, 1.4 attack speed. 4.3 damage, woo! For my character, that's epic. Epic upgrade. Yeah, but you could try. I got distracted earlier today where I was like doing stuff. I mean, I still get distracted, but I refocused pretty quickly. I'm like, oh shit, I can't do this. I gotta focus, you know. There was one moment where I was over in the trees over here on the other side of Dark
Kiss your
Shore,
ass goodbye.
and I was just like, this is scary, you know. Where did that guy go? I'm like, where did he run off to? I lost him. There he is. I saw this bear and it scared me, but it's the bear I tamed. I'm like, oh shit, I got a bear on me too? You know? Yes. But yeah, you gotta be careful out here in the woods because there's mobs everywhere. And when you're a hunter, it's easy because you just put on tracking, but you know, it's very easy to these mobs to kind of sneak up on you from behind a rock or a tree. Well, when you can only wear gray gear only,
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
you know, this dagger's pretty amazing. Like, the weapon I was using was this one, the Carpenter's Mallet, which is 2.9 DPS per second, but now we've got the Fisherman's Knife, which is 4.3. But that 1.4 attack speed is really good. It's really helping us generate rage, I think, a little bit quicker because we're attacking more often, so you're hitting more often. I mean, honestly, dagger is probably the optimum weapon for this character right now. It's probably the best weapon we could use. And once we get dual wield at level 20, then, you know. No, there is no temptation. It makes me sad sometimes when I see him. I'm like, oh god, that would make me so much more powerful. But yeah, the temptation's not there.
Elune be with you. Goddess watch over you. Go in peace.
What makes me excited, Kabupa, is every level I level gets me excited because I'm wearing all great gray items. So every level we get is a new record for me because I've never done this before. I've never tried to level a warrior with gray gear only. So every time we get a new level, it's like a new record. It's like, oh, hey, I've leveled a gray warrior to 15, to 16, to 17. You know what I mean?
Those are of the highest quality. May the stars guide you.
Yeah. More stats that you can never ever get. Whew, okay. And plus I'm super excited because level 16 is huge. It's a huge level because we get shield block, which is massive survivability increase.
Greetings, goddess watch over you.
I am on. Vishnu Allah, may the stars guide you.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I can't use the mailbox. I can't use the auction house. And I've added another rule on top of that where I can only equip, like the gray gear is me. That's something I've added. You know, that's not the normal self-found rules. Well, that's just something I've decided to do to make it more challenging. You know. So you can see my epic gear. We got the loose chain armor, all gray. We got the calico cloak, gray, and gray. I got a white shirt though. You know, I'm breaking the rules. We do have the recruit shirt, but that's what we, you know, obviously that doesn't count. That doesn't in any way affect my character. It's just, well, we start the game with that. That's a little shirt that you start the game with. And then loose chain bracers, we've got the fisherman's knife, a worn large shield, and a cracked short bow. That's our amazing gear. Epic. Truly epic gear. Why don't I have the warrior quests? What am I missing here? Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, I do. Just that crate, that box wasn't a lootable one, I guess. A little surprising that it wasn't, but... Ow. I love this guitar intro. The guitar slide here. Listen to the slide. I love that slide in. That's just perfect. That was like one of the best guitar intros. Love it. I love that guitar slide. I gotta learn how to play this song just so I can do that on my guitar.
You know, sometimes, I don't know why, but this old town just seems so hopeless. I ain't really sure, but it seems I remember the good times with just a little bit more in focus.
There we go.
But when she puts her arms around me, I can...
Somehow rise above it.
Yeah, man, when I got that little girl standing right by my side, you know, I can tell the whole wide world.
Just shove it.
Every now and then I get down to the end of the day, I have to stop, ask myself why I've done it. It just seems so useless to have to work so hard and nothing ever really seemed to come from it.
A little bit. I played a little bit. Because I,
And then she looks me in the eye. The sun
yeah, I played a couple days.
you know I came again to die. No,
But after 2 days of playing, I had to stop because my fingers got too sore because I hadn't played enough lately. But I'll play again some more tomorrow. Yeah, I kind of hadn't played a lot in the last month because so many other things going on. But yeah, I'll play a lot more guitar this year, I think. I need to get an acoustic guitar, actually. Last two acoustics I sold because I didn't like them. So we need to get a new acoustic.
watch your wall.
And today you can get really good guitars today in today's world, like inexpensively. Like it used to be that you had to pay like at least $500 to get like a decent acoustic, but not anymore. You can literally get like decent acoustic guitars for like you can get decent acoustic guitars for like $200 now. It's crazy. Here, check out this video by hang on a second.
And let's get a feel.
Like the best acoustic guitar under $500 I've ever played. This guitar is like under 500.
For how that sounds.
I'm thinking about grabbing one of these Bromo guitars. Plus, I like the way it looks. It's kind of nice. Got kind of like a mountain aesthetic with mountains. And I like the cutaway. I like having a cutaway on the acoustic here for better, reach of the upper register. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab this guitar. Of course, it's on back order. I think the item is currently in high demand. What a surprise! You have someone like Justin Johnson do a review on your guitar. Your guitar is going to become instantly in demand, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab that guitar. Yeah, we did. Well, it's been rough. My wife's uncle is on his last legs. You know what I mean? He's really sick, and he's 80 something years old, I think, and he's currently under hospice care. So he's he's really not going to be around for too much longer. I mean, he probably won't be around for another week or two, I would imagine. I don't know, but so we've been over there, and we'll be going over there again today to hang out with her family. You know what I mean? So that's been rough. We've been doing that on and off the last couple days, going over there and then just spending time with the family and trying to console people. You know, it's rough. You know, so her uncle's not going to be around much longer. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's been it's been okay. We pretty much, me and my wife, we lay low. We don't do anything crazy anymore. We're too old for those shenanigans.
It seems like ain't nothing left no more. I found myself having to reach out and grab hold of something. Yeah, I just catch myself wondering, waiting, worrying about some silly little things don't add up to nothing. And then she looks me in the eye, says we gon' last forever, man. You know I can't begin to doubt it. No, 'cause it just feels so good, so free, so right. I know we ain't never gonna change our minds about it. Hey, here comes my girl. Here comes my girl. Yeah, she looks so right. She is all I need tonight.
Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, thanks, SL. Yeah, sure. Whenever I buy anything, I always do a lot of research. Like it took me about a week to come up with the computer I was going to buy. The guitar, I bought a new guitar. That took me, I don't know. I've been looking at that guitar for a couple years. I mean, I'm sorry, new car. I've been looking at that car for a couple years. The car I bought. And a lot of people probably won't like the car that I bought, but I bought it for a reason. We have we have a dog and we have cats, and we go to these cabins up in Tennessee, and I needed a car that could get down into to where the cabins are, which is a really difficult. You can't just drive a regular car down there. It's way too treacherous. So here's my new car that I bought, right? Crosstrek. I bought this car recently, just a couple weeks ago, or like 3 weeks ago. But I did a lot of research before I bought this car. But this car is really good because of the clearance. I need this clearance to get down into the mountains, and get down to Tennessee, get down to the cabin, go down these really rough roads, and it's got the seats fold back really nicely for the dog, so I can put the dog in the back and take him on road trips to the woods and stuff. So it's good for my purposes. But yeah, I definitely will do some research on competitive guitars and stuff. But I think that guitar, I really like the way it looks. I gotta see more videos on how it sounds. But I'm not super picky on an acoustic. For me, acoustic is not so much. It's nice that it sounds good, but it's more of a learning tool. It's really good to play acoustic because it strengthens your hands and toughens up your fingers, and it's just you go from playing acoustic a lot to playing electric. The electric becomes infinitely easier to play because it's much more difficult to play on acoustic than electric. Although today's modern acoustics are obviously much easier than they used to be. No, it's all wheel drive. Subaru all-wheel drive, which is the best all-wheel drive on the planet, to be honest. Nobody makes a better all-wheel drive than Subaru. Spoilers? No, not really. You talking about the clotting, the molding? Talking about the plastic on the sides? That's just to protect the doors and stuff. That's all replaceable too. You can actually just replace those pieces. I mean, we already have a truck. Like my other vehicle is a truck, so I already have a truck. I don't need another truck, you know. So, all right, let's see what do we need to do here. Let's go turn in the warrior quest.
Greetings. May the stars guide you. Asha Fela.
Maybe something wasn't right. No.
Ishnu Allah. Del Nadrith.
Yeah, it's called. They call it clotting. Like these plastic pieces around the fender and around the doors. It's just to protect those parts of the car from going off road. But these pieces are completely replaceable. These pop right off, and you can put new ones on. So when these get all scuffed up and scratched up and worn out, you can actually just have them replaced. It's kind of a nice feature. Yeah, they're decent protection. Man, if Justin Johnson says this is the best guitar under 500 he's played, that's good enough for me, man. That's good enough for me. I wonder how good the tuning machines are. Does he? Let's see.
It really is a killer guitar, especially for the price. But honestly, again, like if I didn't know this was $499, I would really think it was probably double that just by playing it, looking at it, hearing it. It's a killer guitar. Really beautiful. It's really ornate. It's got this satin finish all over the guitar. The frets are nice and.
I'm not a big fan of the, what do they call it? Here, he'll say it here in a second.
Polished. I mean, right off the bat, it's just like it's hitting me with abalone everywhere. I mean,
yeah, the abalone. I'm not a big fan of abalone inlays, and abalone is basically this kind of greenish. You know, it has a lot of this green in it. I'm not a big fan of that. It looks okay on the acoustic, though. I mean, on this guitar, it looks pretty good, actually. It's interesting. They've got like some of that inlay in the actual tuning pegs, which is interesting. String. That's interesting.
There's this purfling around the sides, and then there's actually this really tasteful ebony on the inside of that rosette right there. Look at this too. So the binding around the sides is, when you get to the back and sides, is like a flame maple binding, which, again, very classy, really good use of the woods too. And the back and sides are solid ebony. So solid spruce top, solid sides and back, those are ebony. And then again, everywhere you have this flame
really
maple
nice.
binding. It
Beautiful.
just looks super
Beautiful
classy.
wood.
There's even an abalone logo inlaid on the back of the heel right here. Just a lot of intricate work.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I might snag that guitar. I might pick that up. Like I said, I don't have an acoustic right now, so I've really been wanting to get one. I've had acoustics in the past, but the ones I bought I never really liked, and I ended up getting rid of them.
I am honored.
And like I said, in today's
Good
world,
luck,
the
friend. Be
quality of
careful.
lower price guitars is so much better in today than it used to be. So you can actually get guitars for like $300-400 that are really high quality, whereas 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that wasn't the case. You got yourself a $200 guitar 20 years ago, and it was pretty much garbage.
Can I assist?
That just isn't the case anymore. I don't know why they can make them so much better now, but they can. Why am I not seeing any prices? I just get this sword.
Till next week.
It's not like I'm gonna use this
My
anyway.
goods are of the highest quality.
Can't use that.
Be
I
careful.
think we are. Let me check the weapons
Hello.
trainer. Yeah, we don't need fists because I don't think there's any gray fist weapons in the game. There actually are, I think, gray throwing weapons,
Farewell.
like really rare. I think. Yeah, I love the ebony. Ebony looks really nice. Let's hit the cooking trainer and let's go ahead and learn. I think the crab cakes, and then I'm probably gonna take a break to get something to eat because I haven't eaten yet today. I'm just starting to get hungry. Well, we're doing good. I'm feeling a lot better about this character today than I was yesterday because I had to start over because Blizzard saw fit to ban my account. I told you guys that story, how I got banned for a couple weeks, my primary account, which was
How may I
my
help?
own fault, but because I was trying to do something to help
Goddess
showcase the melee hunter, and they banned me. So whatever. Anyway, so that's why I had to start over on this character because this character was I already had a level 17 human warrior, gray gear only, and then
Greetings. How may I help?
so we had to start. Oh, crab kick 75. What am I now?
Balloon light your path.
I am okay. I'm only 67. No worries. Actually, let's go to the bank real quick. So yeah, I was pretty kind of depressed. Like I was kind of mad that I had to start over because I was level 17. And so I started this gray gear human warrior, and then I took her all the way to the night elf area, and then I realized, you know what? I want to play a night elf warrior. So I started over. I started over again. So I actually got this one to 8, and then I started over again. I got this one to 15. So I actually have a 17 gray gear warrior, a 15 gray gear warrior, and an 8 gray gear warrior. None of them have died, obviously. It was stupid. It was like, the problem is, like on my melee hunter build, I love the melee hunter, and it's a super, super fun class to play. But the problem with the melee hunter is to optimally set it up the way I want to. I have to have dual flurry axes, and they have to have crusader enchants. And that's incredibly expensive, like incredibly expensive. I paid for the first flurry axe with all the gold I had on my account at the time. I'd leveled up to like level 40 something. And I'd had about 150 gold, and I had to talk to a guy who was selling a flurry axe, and I had to talk him down from 200 to sell it to me for 150. And then, of course, at that point, I had no money at all, and I had no mount. I was like level 43. I had no money, no mount, and I still needed another flurry axe, and I still needed crusader enchants on my flurry axes. So I did what any WoW player does in today's day and age, and you swipe the old credit card and you get yourself some money, and you buy, right? And you buy yourself what you need. So I did that, and yeah, I guess Blizzard must have done a ban wave on people or something, which is good. I'm glad they did. They should. I'm not a fan of gold selling or gold buying. I don't think it should be in the game. And the problem is because there's so much gold selling that exists, it drives up the prices of items on the auction house, and so it makes it difficult for people to get items, who aren't, buying gold. So, and I do it for the stream. I want to be able to showcase, how effective a melee hunter can be. So I do it specifically because I want you guys to see how it works. You know what I mean? I want you guys to see that it is viable, that it is a really fun build to play. And so for me, that's the reason I do it. It's not because I'm trying to flex my muscles and run around town and say, hey, look what I have. In fact, I'm embarrassed when people would say, oh my God, where'd you go? It was kind of embarrassing because I did, swipe the old card to get the second one. I paid for the first one, my gold, but the second one I kind of cheated, I guess. But anyway, so that's why. And actually, I guess I was pretty fortunate because someone told me that their friend bought gold or something, and they were banned for 6 months. So I got banned for 2 weeks, which is not really a big deal. But I wasn't going to wait around for 2 weeks to continue leveling my warrior. So I just went ahead and just re-rolled. I had this other WoW account that I've had because I used to use 2 WoW accounts for lots of it. Two WoW accounts are really useful on Grobulus because on Grobulus they had they still had the hour time limit. Like when you'd mail an item from one of your characters to another, it took an hour. So it was really useful to have this second account where I could, have a banker on Grobulus, and he would sit in Stormwind, and I could just trade an item to that character, and then I could, switch it with the other character I was trying to give it to, and then, the character on this account would give it to the other character. You know what I mean? So you'd kind of bypass that having to wait an hour for the mail. So yeah, so it was so that was another reason I won't lie, I I was pretty ticked off yesterday about it because, you know, I had to spend all the effort to level up again. But we're almost to where we were. So, and once we get to like level 18, the other character will be completely forgotten, to be honest, because we'll have already surpassed that character. But I am going to take a break. I'm going to get something to eat, and I'll come back after I get something to eat and take a break, walk the dog. It's so cold here in Florida right now. Like today, it's like really cold, which I like, by the way. I like cold weather. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would recommend not to. Well, I think they go through waves of it, SL. That's the way it usually works, at least from what I've seen. You know, you'll see them go through ban waves where they ban people, and so if you're in between those waves, you know, you get away with it, I guess. I don't know. You know. Or maybe somebody reported me and said, "Hey, this guy's got, you know, dual flurry axes, and I think he's cheating or something, and I don't think he, you know what I mean? That could have happened too, because I did have, you know, dual flurries with Crusader, which is, you know, it's expensive. It's expensive to get that stuff. You know what I mean? You know, but it wasn't like I was trying to get a leg up on my other characters. You know, like I've got a 32 paladin, you know, and I've got, you know, all my, you know, so. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what it was. So, yeah, good to see SL. I'm sure that's what it was, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm glad that they're doing that. I wish they would do it more. Like I said, I wish there was no gold selling on the servers, because that drives up the prices in the auction house, and that makes people have to resort to, the only way they can combat it is to. Here's the problem. I mean, it's a huge issue in WoW, and it's a huge issue in every MMO, really. Although I haven't seen as a big an issue in stuff like Final Fantasy and stuff. It doesn't seem to be as big an issue. But in WoW, it's a real problem. It's a real problem, especially in vanilla, because, you know, like people will want to do like raids and stuff, and they want to have all their raid consumables, and it's time consuming to farm. Like if let's say you're an alchemist. So let's say if you're an alchemist and you're supplying like flasks for the guild. I mean, just getting the Black Lotuses can be very time consuming, you know, to make like a lot of the flasks, and then you got to go to the dungeon, to the one place where you can actually craft the flasks, and it's very time consuming. And so a lot of people don't want to spend the time, and so they'll just buy gold and then go to the auction house and just buy the flasks, right? And there's other people who don't want to farm, you know, farm consumables for whatever profession it might be. You know, it could be, what if you're an engineer and you're a tank and you're tanking raids and you use that engineering shield? Well, that engineering shield, I can't remember the name of it. The one that like throws out lightning in all directions. You know, God forbid you use that shield, because as it's doing damage to all the other mobs, it takes damage. So it ends up breaking, and then you've got to go craft another one, and it's just like. But I mean, yeah, but if there was no gold selling on the servers, then the prices would be so much lower. You know, stuff like a flurry axe wouldn't be costing like 500 gold, you know, 400 gold, 500 golds. I mean, the Edgemaster's handguards. Just go to like the auction house and look for Edgemaster's handguards, and it's typically going for. It typically goes for anywhere from like 700 to like 1,000 gold. And I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. You know, I've played WoW since 2004. So I've played WoW since beta on Doomhammer. I was like an original beta tester on Doomhammer back in 2004. And I played, you know, on release on Doomhammer. And my character, my hunter, Shirl, on Doomhammer was the first hunter on the entire server to get the Black Dragon Scale boots, right? Which at that time was, you know, it's a crafted item, and you have to go through some reputation to get the recipe, to open up the recipe to purchase it. You have to go through this like reputation grind. And I got the recipe, or no, I didn't get the recipe. A friend of mine got the recipe. I helped get the mats, and then he crafted the boots for me. But we were the first people to craft the boots on the server. And I remember at the time, I thought it was so cool. It was so exciting to be like, you know, server first and get these, you know, at the time, you know, the game was so new. And to me, those were like some of the coolest boots you could get. You know, they had like, you know, high, you know, they had fire resistance. They were great for molten core. You know, I can't remember, they had some crit rating and different stats, but it was a set. You know, it was a set. You know, the Black Dragon Scale set has set bonuses. It's a really good starter kind of entry level molten core set for hunters, because it does have a lot of fire resistance. It does have some crit. I think it's even got maybe some hit rating, which is great for hunters. But anyway, so I took the boots, and I trolled the server by excuse me, I trolled the server by putting the boots in the auction house. I put them in the auction house, and I put them in for a buyout price that I knew was so high that no one would be able to afford the boots. Or if they could afford them, that I was willing to give up the boots for that amount of gold, right? So take a guess how much I put up these Black Dragon Scale boots for on the on the auction house back in 2005. This is 2005. Take a guess at how much I put the buyout price out. And it was a buyout price that I knew nobody on the server could afford. I want you guys to guess, how much gold do you think I would put it for at a buyout price? If there's anybody listening, paying attention to this video, I want you to put in the chat how much gold do you think I listed those Black Dragon Scale boots for. Nobody's listening, and nobody's listening to me either. I'm just talking to myself apparently because nobody's putting anything in the chat. This is my life as a streamer who has nobody that watches him. Could just be the delay too, but I'm going to drink some Coca-Cola. Okay, well, apparently no one's listening to me, or they don't care. But to finish the story, I put the Black Dragon Scale boots in the auction house in 2005 on Doomhammer for 400 gold buyout. 400 gold, okay, which at the time, in 2005, on Doomhammer, was an exceedingly exorbitant amount of gold. That was such a high amount of gold that I knew most likely nobody had that much gold, okay? And there's a couple reasons for that, right? And nobody did. I got so many whispers of people trying to barter with me, trying to get me to trade. Oh, I'll give you 200 gold plus this item and this item for your boots, But tons of people messaged me. But nobody could outright afford the 400 gold. Because back in 2005, there were no gold sellers on WoW servers. There were none. So the prices of the auction house weren't like crazy. And also, there's the other thing that must be mentioned is that people didn't really know how to make gold either. People they hadn't really optimized the process of how to make money, Maybe they weren't like flipping the auction house. Maybe they didn't understand which items sold for the best. I mean, now everybody's min-maxed gold, gold collecting to a high degree. And so it's not that difficult. Like, on my hunter on this server, on my other account, I killed earth elementals for like 3 days straight. For I don't know, like 5-6 hours a day for like 3 days. And I probably made like 100 gold. So you can make, it's not that difficult to make gold, but you got to put in the effort, But back in 2005, people didn't, they didn't know, Yeah, people were, yeah, hey Martin, how you doing, Martin? But yeah, so I put the Black Dragon Scale boots in the auction house. Yeah, see Bubbles, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and that's why I was going to say, you guys probably don't understand. Now, Bubbles, I don't know if you played in Vanilla, the original Vanilla. I know Martin did, because I know Martin's been around as long as I have, I think. I don't know if you played in original Vanilla WoW, but back in Vanilla, there was no gold selling, so the prices of items weren't crazy. And people didn't have gold. 400 gold for those boots was more gold than anybody in the server had. And that was a busy server. That was a server that was very populated. And nobody could afford 400 gold to buy something. So imagine putting like the Edgemaster's handguards, right? You mean in Vanilla? If there was gold selling in Vanilla, I wasn't aware of it. You bought gold in Vanilla? Wow. Wow, if there was gold selling going on in Vanilla, I certainly never saw it. I never saw it. Wow, okay, well, I guess it did exist, but I don't think there were very many people buying it. You know what I mean? I certainly don't think there were very many people buying gold in Vanilla. I didn't know anybody who did, Okay, well, it doesn't surprise me that it was there, but it certainly wasn't rampant like it is today. I for one, I ran a guild in Vanilla WoW with, hundreds of people in it, and I didn't know anybody who was buying gold. Well, yeah, $10 for 150 gold. Oh man, that's actually pretty cheap, isn't it? $10 for... Yeah, that actually is really cheap. I think that's pretty cheap. I mean, for vanilla gold. Now, anyways, all I'm saying is I don't think it was very common for people to be buying gold in Vanilla WoW. I don't remember anybody buying gold. I don't know about you, Martin. Does anybody in the chat here remember anybody buying gold in Vanilla WoW? I don't. I never heard of anybody buying gold in Vanilla. I didn't see that start coming into the game until, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see people buying gold until probably TBC or Wrath, you know? Yeah, I think it was TBC was the first time I saw people doing it. I didn't see anybody doing it in Vanilla. But I wonder when you did, you Bubbles, you said you bought gold to buy your mount, but I wonder what year that was. Was that 2000, like early 2005? Because I'm talking like, I mean, remember Vanilla WoW was still out, and I think that I mean TBC was released in like 2007, I think. You know, like if you look at TBC release date, right? I think it was 2007. Yeah, I mean, look, it's January 16, and then WoW came out what in like November 20, was it November 21st or something, 2004, I think. No, that's not. This is not. I'm talking about the original. I don't know why they put. I love how it's putting 2019. That's not correct. November 23rd, 2004. I was pretty close. What did I say? Did I say November 21st? So I played WoW, you know, day one. You know, I was there on 23rd November 2004. So what I'm saying is Burning Crusade didn't come out until here. I mean, that was almost like 3 years later. So it's possible people were buying gold, you know, in 2006 or 2007. I don't know. But I'm saying back in, because like when I had the Black Dragon skill boots, that was probably 2005-ish. Like that was probably like June 2005. Maybe late. It's probably late 2005. Might have even been 2006. I don't remember when that faction reputation came out. The reputation where you could actually get. But my point was, there wasn't people buying a lot of gold in vanilla. Like I said, I never saw anybody do it. I never heard of anybody doing it. But apparently it did exist. But I don't think it was common. When I put the Black Dragon skill boots on the auction house on Doomhammer for 400 gold, nobody could afford it. Nobody could afford it. Now, imagine trying to put the Edgemaster's handguards in vanilla for like 1,000 gold. Nobody's gonna be able to afford that. I mean, they could have, but they have to buy gold, I guess. But now it's like everybody's buying gold. You know, like I mean, there's no way. Like there was remember those raids? What are they called when people do they put up the gold for buying items inside the raid? What is it called? I can't remember now because it's kind of outlawed. I think it's kind of banned on the newer servers by Blizzard. Like they kind of frown on that and ban people for it. The GDKP, you know, like GDKP, everybody puts in like gold into a pot or something, or how does it work? Like you bid on items with gold. I mean, there's no way that like there's items that were selling for. I think there was a video that was done by. I can't remember who did the video. It was a really good video, and it talked about how people were buying items like the best sword in vanilla dropped, and it ended up selling for like, you know, some ridiculous amount, like 30,000 gold or something. And they're like, there's just no way a player could even. I mean, like you could, like they tried to figure out if you did like DM tribute runs like nonstop every day for like 3 months, if you'd even have that much gold, you know. And even then, it was like almost impossible. Like so, it's like people were straight up. Like that's when the gold selling I think hit its peak. Was all the GDKP nonsense, you know. Because everybody's just buying gold so they can go into GDKP and get their gear, you know. So, yeah. So I mean, it's too bad. It's too bad that it exists. I wish it didn't exist. It really ruins the economy. And I think that's one of the reasons why people like fresh servers, because the auction house economy isn't corrupted right off the bat. It gets corrupted fairly quick. I will say that the auction house economy on this server seems to be not as corrupted as it was on Skullrock. I played on the Skullrock hardcore server when it came out. And the auction house on that, because like for example, like Petri pots on Skullrock were going for like at one point they were going for 150 to 200 gold for a Petri pot. I see those things going on this server for like 35 gold. So that lets you know that people don't have the same amount of gold, you know, as they did on Skullrock, because people were buying those for like 150, 200 gold. Each Petri pot they were paying like 150 gold. So that's a huge difference in price from 150 to like 35 gold. So I don't either. I don't know. Either people had a lot more gold on Skullrug, or maybe there weren't as many people that were crafting it, so it was more in demand. You know, maybe the quantity of it being available was less. I don't know, but you started in 2005, Martin. Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, most of the people I know, like I know a lot of people that play World of Warcraft, and I know a lot of them have bought in gold. It's pretty common. You know, a lot of people buy gold, but it's just because it's not because they necessarily want to. I don't think people want to buy gold. You know, it's just because they're kind of forced to a certain degree. Because items that they normally could just, you know, go farm some gold up and buy off the auction house are now so much more expensive. You know, something like the Edgemaster's Handguard, Skullflame Shield. Like, for example, like private server, like when I played on, I think it was, trying to remember the name of it, Chronos. When I played on Chronos 1, Skullflame Shields were going for like, you know, like 100 gold. Like you buy a Skullflame Shield on Chronos 1 for like 100 gold. And then as more and more vanilla servers came out and they started to get more popular, it was interesting how the price of those shields kept going up higher and higher into where I was seeing on, like, I think the peak. I'm trying to think what server I was on where they were going for like 1,000. I think it was, it was Deviant Delight. Recently when I was playing on Deviant Delight, Skullflame shields were going for 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold. Flurry axes were going for 800 gold. You know, I mean, it's just crazy prices. I remember feeling SFK and got the Assassin's Blade to drop. The party was treating me like crap. I rolled neat on it. And yeah, it was weird because back in vanilla things were so different. Like the original vanilla, like people didn't roll need. Like now, people see items that drop and they see dollar signs. They're like, oh, this BOE's worth tons of money, so I'm gonna roll need because I'm just gonna sell it. In Doomhammer, when I played Doomhammer in 2004, that's not the way it worked. That's not the way it worked. If an item dropped that you could not use, I don't care if it was BOE or not. Like you could ask people, you could say, "Hey, I've got it." It was more of like kind of like what character you have in that dungeon is what you're trying to get gear for. Not for your other character, not for your alt, not for your friend. If a sword dropped and you were like if a sword dropped and you were, I guess, what's a class that couldn't use a sword? I guess mages can use swords, so that's not a good example. And you're a priest. Let's say a sword, like a really nice BOE sword drops, like Crawlblade or something, and you're a priest. You didn't roll need on it. You didn't roll need and be like, oh, I'm going to sell it, or oh, I've got an alt rogue. Nobody did that in vanilla. Nobody did that. You passed. You passed on that item. If a Crawlblade dropped in 2004 on Doomhammer, no priest rolled need on it. They passed on it because they can't use it. It was basically you were rolling on items that your character in that dungeon could use. And that was it. Of course, nowadays, it's not the way it works. People see an epic and it's like instant need roll. Instant need. No, you're 100% wrong, Bubbles. Not on my server. Not on my server. People did not do that. Nope, you are 100% wrong. On my server, people did not roll need on BOEs. Not if it was you couldn't use it. I'm sure there were probably some people who did, but in my guild and in the guilds I played in, nobody rolled need on a BOE that they couldn't use. If it was nobody could use it or nobody needed it, yes, then you rolled need, right? No, I'm just saying you're saying always. You said BOE were always rolled on, okay? So you are 100% wrong because always is a always, right? So you are 100% wrong because it wasn't always rolled on because I was in guilds where no one in my guild did that. So see, you are 100% wrong, okay? Because it wasn't always, you know, it's like a, you know what I mean? Don't use absolutes. You're going to be stupid if you use absolutes, man. No, I'm not salty. I just don't like it when people use absolutes. You come into my stream and say such shit like people always did this. No, you're wrong. It's like saying people always roll this spec. You know what I mean? You know, it's an absolute. You're stupid to use absolutes. You're just quit telling people they're 100% wrong. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. You just said always, so you were 100% wrong. See, see, and now you're like, what are you on about? You're the one who said something stupid, so don't try to be like I'm the one who said something stupid.
Vishnu Allah.
God, fucking child. Now, what were you saying, Martin? Oh, this current character is currently like level 15. 15. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the band that made me sour. There's other stuff, RL stuff that made me sour. No, you're trying to call me out. You don't. No, you try. Yeah. See ya. See ya. Bye. See ya, Bubbles. Go do something else. If you're gonna act like an idiot. Shit, you're the one who said. This is the reason I got mad is because this is the kind of shit I don't like. When someone says this kind of stuff like BOE were always rolled on by everyone, that's wrong. It's wrong. I was in Vanilla WoW, okay? They were not always rolled by everyone. That stuff pisses me off because you see that all the time. You see all the time where people play WoW and they say stuff today that they say, oh, this is the way it was then. But most of the people that say that weren't even in Vanilla WoW. That's what makes me mad. That's why I get angry. So most of the people that say that stuff never even played in 2004. So I did. I did play in 2004. So I know what it was like, right? Because I was there. So when you come into my YouTube, when you come into my stream, and you say something like BOEs were always rolled on by everyone, right? That's wrong. Okay? I'm sure there were some people that rolled need on them, of course. Of course. But when you say they were always rolled on, that's wrong. Because that would mean that 100% of the time they were always rolled on, which is not true. So, you know. Yeah. And then now she's saying quit buying gold and WoW and you won't get banned when she just said that she bought gold and vanilla. Like, Bubbles, you just said a few minutes ago that you bought gold. Look, I bought my mount with gold. So don't sit here and tell me, like, you know, because the one time I did it and got banned for it, that, you know, don't sit here and call me out for doing something that you did. That's just stupid. The fuck? What is your guy? What a fucking loser, man. I'll see you later, man. You're acting like a complete idiot. Yeah. I don't know what that person's fucking problem is, man. Don't come into my YouTube channel and be a dick, because you're just going to get kicked. So, what a fucking asshole. Seriously, don't come in here and act like a dick, because it's not going to fly. You know. I mean, seriously, and then to say stuff like, and they say like, I bought gold in 2006, not 2024. Well, of course, because you couldn't. I mean, why would you? I mean, that's even worse. Like buying gold in vanilla. You know how bad that is. Like that's what I was trying to say. Is gold. The only reason people buy gold now is because they're almost forced to, because there's so much gold selling that goes on. It drives the prices up of gear, and so it's hard to get stuff by your normal means, because it takes so long to get gold by normal means, because the prices have been driven up so high. So naturally, it's more difficult, you know, so people are more inclined to want to buy gold because, you know. So to come in here and then say something stupid like, yeah, but I bought it in 2006, not 2024. Well, that just makes you look more like an idiot. Because back in 2006, I didn't know anybody that was buying gold. And the prices of items in 2006 were more normal. They were prices that you could manage. You could get that gold just by playing the game normally. You didn't have to kill yourself and farm gold for like 3 weeks just to buy one item. You know, you didn't have to go out there and grind shit for like a week or two to get like 1,000 gold to get Edgemaster's handguards. You didn't have to do that. So to come in here and say that, oh, I did it in 2006 and you did it in 2024, I mean, that just makes you look like a fucking idiot, right? So I don't know what that her, his, it, whatever problem is, but They're not welcome in my stream anymore, I can tell you that. Yeah, yeah, it was weird because I never saw it. Like, I never saw people buying gold in WoW, and I never did. I never heard of anybody doing it in vanilla WoW. I remember in TBC, I think I might have seen it in TBC like 2007, 2008 was when it first, you know, when you first started seeing the websites, come up, you know. All right, I think I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? Let's just do the. Let's do the discover quest here. Yeah, but no, I do get pissed off when people say absolutes. I don't like absolutes. When people say like people always did this in WoW, because that's not true. There is nothing in WoW that people always did, right? People don't always do anything, right? Because absolutes just don't fly. That's like a problem with the internet. People like to use absolutes. You know, people always call dead mines, what is it? There's always that big argument over dead mines, whether it's dead mines or Van Cleef, VC. Is it dead mines? Is it looking for a group for dead mines or looking for a group for VC? And then someone will say, well, it was always called VC back in 2004 or 2005. And no, it wasn't, because, again, always is an absolute, right? By making Death Knights, running them up to level 60 and sending gold on and doing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oof. Look at that. One mob beating my butt. Yeah, that just kind of pissed me off, though. Because Bubbles seemed like a pretty cool person, and then she or he or whatever just turned out to be kind of a loser.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed. You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely.
What a fucking
You were screwed.
what a fucking loser. And then here, hold on a second. Yeah, see, oh man, that healing potion really healed me. I can't even kill a level 13 mob. Look at this person. Then she whispers me, he, she, whatever. Enjoy buying gold, getting banned just to cry to 1 or to 0 viewers every day. While I wasn't crying about my ban. Like, I got banned for 2 weeks. Who gives a fuck, man? I wasn't like crying about it. I was saying it kind of sucked. Yeah, I guess I was crying a little, but it wasn't, the only reason I brought it up is because I was trying to explain to people why I created this character. The only reason I brought up me being banned on WoW was just simply so people understood why I created this character. I didn't want people to think I died. You know what I mean? So the only reason I brought it up is because I didn't want people to think I died on this character, on my other character. That's the only reason I kept bringing it up, is because people were asking me, what happened to your other warrior? So in explaining that, I had to say, well, they banned my account for 2 weeks. And so I decided to just re-roll. So that's the only reason. It wasn't like I'm on here trying to cry about it every day. I was just trying to explain to my users. But for this person to come in here and say this, look at this. Enjoy buying gold and getting banned just to cry to 1 to 0 viewers every day while the wife wastes away, laughing my ass off. And what a child. What a child, I love it when people like message you, like try to get a rise out of you, Like it's like I don't give a shit what this person says, I don't even know who this person is. I don't know this person. But
Hello.
it just goes to show you the children you have to deal with in video games these days. Yeah, but you can see right there trying to kill the Blackwood Corrupted. Trying to kill the Blackwood Corrupted is very challenging for a Grey Geared warrior. He died by a Tauren hunter killing Princess in Goldshire. Oh man.
A Shah fella.
Yeah, but what a child. God, what a fucking child. Unbelievable.
Good luck, friend.
I'm always amazed at like the immaturity of people on the web.
Ishnu Allah.
Like, and to completely contradict themselves and say like, to say I bought gold in 2006, but you bought gold in 2024. You know what I mean? I'm like, that just makes you look like an idiot. You know. Let's make some boiled clams. We still don't have. We gotta get to level 70 to be able to make the next level. So let's get some more clam meat.
Friend.
So I want to raise up my cooking. His pet name was not Princess. Oh, you targeted by mistake? That was actually what a lot of horde players would do to try to get people killed in hardcore. Is they would like name their pet. They would name their pet after a mob that was a quest mob that you had to kill, right? And then they would like that's what happened to you, right? They put not Princess and they put their boar like there, and you accidentally hit their boar thinking it was Princess, and yeah, they'd see that all the time. Yeah, did you see that, Reptilian? Did you? Hey, how you doing, Reptilian? Did you see that crazy person in my disc or in my YouTube just now?
Lovely. Lovely.
I can't believe like the actual like gall of some people. Try to insult me and say that like I'm ignoring my wife or something. Well, no. Okay, I've played WoW for a long time, Reptilian. You know that. I've played WoW since 2004, since the game came out, right? And we all, I mean, come on. Like, my main WoW account got banned, right? And it got banned because I bought some gold because I was trying to get another Flurry X for my Fury Hunter or for my Melee Hunter, and I got the first one by my own means. You know, I spent all the gold that I had to get my first Flurry X, and yeah, and I was lazy and I didn't want to have to figure out how to grind out the gold to get another one. So I did what a lot of people do in WoW these days because of the fact that WoW gold selling is so rampant, right? I swiped the old credit card, bought a little gold, bought the Flurry X. Well, Blizzard apparently decided to do a ban wave on gold buying, and so I got banned for 2 weeks for doing that, right? And no big deal. It is what it is. You know, it's fine. I don't care. But then this person comes into my channel and starts just saying shit. Like, well, we were talking about, I was making a story about how in Vanilla WoW, like how I had the Black Dragon Scale boots and I put them up for auction house, you know, and I said, you know, because back in Vanilla, I said no one was buying gold in Vanilla. I said, so the prices in Vanilla
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
were really low. You know, things were like more reasonable. People could afford to buy stuff. And as an example, back on the Vanilla server I was on, I was the first hunter to get Black Dragon Scale boots, and I put them in the auction house for 400 gold. Nobody could afford to buy them because nobody had 400 gold. Because people weren't buying gold. Well, then this person, this Bubbles person, this Kami Karma, speaks up in the YouTube chat right here and says that they bought gold in Vanilla. And I'm like, okay, so I guess you could buy gold in Vanilla, right? But I never saw anybody doing it. They said straight up they bought gold in Vanilla. They said they bought 150 gold for $10 so they could get their mount. Which I'm like, okay, well, all right. And then, I don't know, somehow we got on the conversation of I was talking about BOE drops. And I said how, like, in vanilla, things are different. I was just saying, like, you know, in vanilla WoW, things were a lot different than they are in retail WoW, or, you know, in WoW today. Like, the way people play the game's different. You know, I said, like in vanilla WoW, when I was running dungeons, if, like, the Crawl Blade dropped or something, the people that rolled need on the Crawl Blade were people that could use it. Like, a rogue would roll need or a warrior would roll need, but other players would just pass. You know, or if nobody needed it, then, of course, everybody would roll need on it. Well, this person who was in the YouTube said that's not true. They said that everybody rolled need on BOEs. And they said always. They actually used the absolute word always. And I said, you're 100% wrong. And I said, first of all, if you're 100% wrong because you use the word always, which is always wrong, like when you're on the interwebs, right, and you're on the internet and you use an absolute like always. I mean, 99.9% of the time you're just wrong because people don't always do anything. That's like saying I always get up in the morning and drink coffee. You know what I mean? Hey, Bart. You know what I mean? It's like saying every morning I always drink coffee. Well, that's not true because I don't always drink coffee in the morning, right? So then this person just went ballistic. They started acting like a child and saying that me buying gold in 2024 was somehow worse than them doing it in 2006, which I kind of laughed at. I said, it's kind of the other way around. In 2024, it's difficult to get gear on these servers because the gold sellers drive the prices of items up so much, it's hard to get. You know, if you want to buy like the Edgemaster's handguards on the server, you know what I mean? It's like, goes for like 900 gold. I mean, who's got 900 gold? Who's got 900 gold? It's, you know how long it would take to grind 900 gold, right? And then that stupid idiot went even further to start saying that I was whining about being banned, which that wasn't the case. And then they started insulting, and then they private messaged me, like insulting me, saying I was like neglecting my wife or something, which I think anybody who knows me knows that's 100% not true. My wife actually is working right now, and she doesn't want me to bother her because she's working. Why would she want me to bother her? She's working. You know, I don't know, just it kind of made me mad because it's like, it just makes me mad that people can be so, you know, so obtuse, can be so like immature and just like not knowledgeable. You know what I mean? It's just childish. And she kept getting mad for she didn't understand the point I was trying to make. He, she, whatever, is that when you say always, you're pretty much almost always wrong. You know, like, if you say always, you're usually going to be wrong, right? If you say, you know, like the Cleveland Browns always lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, they do most of the time, but they don't always lose to them. You know. You know. So they're all yeah. Well, I just thought it was funny that, and then she tried to insult me, say enjoy buying gold and WoW and getting banned. I'm like, I'm not the kind of person who buys WoW gold all the time. That's not, you know, I don't like gold selling. I don't like gold buying. I wish it wasn't in the game. You know, I've always been a big proponent of, you know, like not of not doing like GDKP. I've been very vocal against GDKP. I've been very vocal against gold selling gold. I always have been. So that's right. I think Martin is a Cleveland Browns fan. Yeah, but it did kind of make me mad just because it did upset me a little bit because it's like I don't like being attacked by some random person. I guess nobody would, right? I don't think anybody likes being attacked. Only because he, whoever it is. Only because they're wrong. They're wrong.
Lovely.
And then she tried to like insult my YouTube, like the amount of people that watch my streams. Enjoy streaming to one or two. Enjoy streaming to one or two people. That's what she said. Well, first off, I always have more than one or two people, but I don't stream to. I stream because I like talking to you guys in the stream while I'm playing. That's why I stream. It's not because I'm trying to be some big streamer, you know. So I think everybody knows that, right? So how you doing, Reptilian? I haven't talked to you much lately. What games are you playing, Reptilian? But it's that kind of stuff that makes me not want to play video games. You know, dealing with people like that. That's why I can completely understand why someone like Asmongold or some of those other streamers quit playing or quit streaming. Because you have to deal with so many idiots that it kind of ruins the game for you to a certain degree. You're like, oh man, I don't even want to play if these are the kind of idiots that are watching me play. You know what I mean?
Lovely.
Yeah, I tried Ashes and I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it either. I know Vols has been trying to get me to play
Lovely.
to play Path of Exiles 2. And maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I've been kind of wanting to maybe try something different, but it's like isometric though. Oh, you are playing it, but it's running thin. Well, see, yeah, see, and that you saying that it's running thin on Path of Exile 2 means that I probably wouldn't like it. You know, is Monster Hunter Wilds is that like a open world? Let me look it up. Yeah, I'm really looking for something new to play. You know, and children like that Bubbles certainly don't make me want to play WoW, that's for sure. You do have 175 hours?
Hello there and welcome to VGC. My name is Chris Scully and I'm here with editor extraordinaire Andy Robinson. Andy, how are you today?
I'm alright, yeah. You're about to see an incredible fart monster jump like the desert-y area. It's a lot of subtle changes, really. It's just really good.
Looks like a mobile game.
I know that's
I mean, it's got like, it's just like he's using a controller. It looks like he's using a controller. Yeah.
cutting insight, but if you loved Worlds, then you're going to love Wilds.
What's the thing? And like for those who don't know, I played a bit of it at Gamescom a couple of months ago. And even looking at this footage now, it's improved even since then, because in my preview I wrote that it was really fun to play, but it was rough as hell at that point. And in just a few months, like it looks to have cleaned up all the kind of. It was performing pretty rough when I was playing it, and bits were buggy all over the place.
Yeah, so I heard that, and so obviously I was looking out for that, and I don't think I'm the best person to.
Yeah, I think I had to use dung to kind of to.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
To draw the other ones away, to leave. The
Yeah, it looks good. I actually played. It looks like fun. I played that one Monster Hunter game, and I cannot remember what it was because it was so long ago when I played it. God, man, it was so long ago. I can't remember what it was. Let me see. Dauntless is the one I played. There we go. I actually played Dauntless. I don't know if you ever played Dauntless, Reptilian, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty fun. Yeah.
All right.
So this was me like playing Dauntless, I think, for the very first time.
Click. Use Q. Oh, it didn't work.
Yeah. But it was pretty fun. I played Dauntless a little bit, and it was pretty fun. It was a Souls-like before Souls became the thing. It's gotten faster in the new iterations to be a bit less grounded. Yeah, I liked Dauntless because it didn't feel like Souls. You know, it didn't feel as difficult as like a Souls game. So, and but I thought it was fun. I felt like Dauntless. Like I felt like there was an opportunity there to really like, you know, delve deep and like and kind of create more systems and more of an MMO like feel to a game like Dauntless. I felt like it was really basic. You know, you kill the monsters, you get gear, use the gear to like craft items that you use to kill the next monster, and kind of rinse and repeat, and that was about it. You know, it's pretty basic. So I felt like, you know, there was an opportunity there to really to improve the game and make it a lot better and do more with it. Anyways, this is pretty funny. I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know if you guys saw this video where this one guy was. I didn't know if this was real or if it was fake, and where this one guy was completely like insulting this player like really badly. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Careful.
I don't know, so you probably have a lot of aggro.
I'm dummying here. I'm dummying to just.
Anything bad at all?
Mobs are faster, so they get there first.
Okay, I mean, they came up with a...
Now, I'll watch this off stream because it's drama shit. But hey, what's up, boss? How you doing, Volst? Yeah, Volst, you just got here from me right around the time I'm going to jump off stream because I got to get something to eat. I've been streaming for, what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours? I'm going to get something to eat. And I think I'm going to set up my computer now, too. I think I'm going to do both. I think I'm going to get something to eat, and I'm going to set up the new computer and see what game we're going to play. I think we're going to try something different. That whole idiot who was in my stream just a minute ago kind of just put a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth for WoW, you know, and the idiots that play WoW. So, yeah, I'll be back in like an hour or two. I am going over to, with my wife, we're going to, you know, her uncle, good to go visit her uncle after work, though. So that'll be like probably around like 5 o'clock today. So I'll be gone between 5 and, I don't know, between 5 and 8 probably I'll be gone, or 5 and 9 p.m. But yeah, Vols Reptilian was just saying that he's been playing Path of Exile too, and he's put in about 150 hours, and he said it's already growing thin for him. But I mean, 150 hours, I guess that's quite a few hours. Right? No. I don't know. I'll find something. I'm gonna find some new game to play. Something that'll play well on the new computer. That'll be interesting, you know, for you guys to watch. Yeah, 150, lots of hours. Reptilian plays a lot more different games than I do. Like I used to. Reptilian's like the me I used to be, like, you know, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Campaign was pretty fun. I was watching Lazy Peon's video on it yesterday, talking about kind of the systems and what was good and what was bad. I just like that whole, hey, actually, Reptilian, you've spent 150 hours in Path of Exiles. I'm not really the kind of person who likes that big wave clear mentality where you're just playing a game and there's like hundreds of monsters coming at you, or 20 or 30 or however many, and you're just like doing these abilities and big flashy explosions and mobs dying left and right and gear flying out of all these mobs all over the ground. That's not really my gameplay. That's not really my style of game, you know. I mean, if that's all Path of Exile 2 is, that wouldn't really appeal to me that much. I like more games like you said, like the Monster Hunter Wilds, where it's like you're trying to go up against like one target and it's all skill based, you know, and you're trying to get good at figuring out how to play your specific class and how it matches up against maybe elite monsters or difficult monsters in a 1v1 or 2v1 or 3v1 scenario. Not like, you know, 1 versus 30. I feel like 1 versus 30 doesn't seem very, you know, that's all it builds up to, but it doesn't start that way. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so at the end game, probably I would like less than the. It sounds like I would probably enjoy the campaign, but probably not like the game after the campaign's over, maybe. Just to make those uber-powered builds. Yeah, and that's not really, I mean, uber-powered builds is, to me, the uber-powered builds only are cool for so long, right? How long can you just be like 50 hours or so of good content? Gotcha. Like, if you ever played Black Desert, like when Black Desert first came out, like killing like mobs, like going out into the world and like trying to clear like mobs, like AoE mobs or kill mobs, it was challenging, it was difficult. And then of course, as the longer the game was out, the easier it became. And so, and like, games like Terra too, like Terra was really cool because like the big ass monsters, the BAMs, were actually quite challenging when the game first came out. But then once again, just like so many MMOs in the past, they nerfed the content really quickly. As soon as just 3 months after release, they were already nerfing content and making BAMs easier because all the Care Bears are crying about, oh, it's too difficult, it's too hard. It's too hard. You know, I like things challenging. I like things difficult. I don't like big splashy damage numbers that make me feel like I'm a god or something. Just because, oh, look at what I can do. Look, I'm killing 300 mobs with one press of a button or 2 presses of a button. That doesn't really appeal to me. I mean, you can farm stuff for other characters' builds. Yeah, and that's kind of what Black Desert turned into, was just farming mobs over and over and over again. But in Black Desert, it was more to level. to try to get a little bit of power creep, because you like, you know, if you're like doing PvP in Black Desert Online and you're like level 53.762, right? Because it's literally, you know, that slow. Like, let's say you're like level 62. To level 62, 63 might take like, you know, like weeks of grinding mobs nonstop for weeks. You know, so if you're like 62.3 versus some player who's like 61.2, you know, you have an advantage. You have a slight advantage PvP wise. And that's why people do what they do, because it's a PvP game and they want that advantage. So is Monster Hunter Wilds? Let me look that up again. Actually, I do want to watch this video, because that guy really went off on him, and it was kind of just another example of
Geronimo snapped on who?
just another example of bad WoW behavior.
Hey guys, it seems to be part of a clan.
Look at that slow swinging. So is this a PC game? Because this looks like console. Let's see, Monster. Capcom. It's on Steam, PC and console. So it's on Steam. So the open beta test is over, I guess? 2024, yeah. Looks like there's no open beta test right now. Yeah, way over. But you can pre-order, it looks like. Yeah. It looks cool. It looks pretty good. You know, when I played Dauntless, the slow combat, like the kind of slow, kind of sluggish feeling of the combat, because that's the way it plays, is kind of slow and methodical, like how this is. And of course, it's a little bit faster if you're using faster weapons. But I didn't like it right away. It took me a while to get used to that, because I'm used to a little more fast-paced combat, you know, like Black Desert Online. And so that was really hard. But once I got used to it, I really started to enjoy it. Yeah, post them in Discord. And it looks pretty cool. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very good at Souls-like games because I've never really played them that much. Like I only played Elden Ring for a little bit, and I liked it. I thought Elden Ring was pretty cool, but it was tough. Like doing the boss fights was tough. I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, I never played a lot of Souls-like games, so I wasn't very good at it. Yeah, you're gonna play that for most of 2025. Maybe we can play together. Is it a team based? Could we team up together? I think we could. I think I saw some multiple people working together, right? So maybe I'll see you in game. But yeah, I think that would be good. I think my days of WoW are kind of coming to an end. You know, and a lot of it's because of the people I run into the game. I run into too many people in the game that are just assholes. You know, and the shenanigans, like the gold selling, the gold buying, is kind of, you know, all of that kind of has ruined the game to a point. You know, like when you want to, like, it's not fun when you are forced to have to buy gold to maybe get gear, you know, sometimes, as opposed to, you know, what are you going to do, you know, if you want to get like specific item for your character and it's like 800 gold. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to spend like a week killing yourself. You know, it's unfortunate. So yeah. But anyways, I'm going to take a break. Anyone who's in the stream, I'll be back probably, hopefully in like an hour, hopefully, or hour or two, after I set up the new computer. I do need to make sure that I back up my password files and stuff. God, don't want to lose those. But I'll try to be back as fast as I can. And I'll see you guys then.